Just 3 days remain before what many are calling the matchup of the century.
UNC will soon arrive in New Orleans just behind the Blue Devils, who left yesterday.
The teams heading to Louisiana just gets us one step closer to the historic matchup in March Madness. This rivalry is so big in part because the distance between fans is so small.
And depending on the route you take, it's anywhere from 8 to 12 miles between the two campuses.
Today, WFMY News 2's Jenna Kurzina drove the distance about 20 minutes talking to fans ahead of the weekend's game.
From UNC Chapel Hill to Duke University, one road separating one of the biggest rivalries in college sports.
Just a big rivalry, and everybody loves it, and we're so blessed that we have these two schools that really compete in basketball. They're so close together. They're only like 12 miles apart, so we really are blessed to be in this area.
US 15501, also known as Tobacco Road, the paved path separating the two colleges. You can tell which side you're on.
You know, I don't go to the Carolina side that often. Yeah, we know where they are. We know where the enemy is.
For Blue Devil fan Tommy Hawkins, he is ready for the big game. He'll be making the trip to New Orleans with his wife.
I was born in Durham, and I went to the Duke basketball games, football games, as I was probably 7 years old on up, and I've always pulled for Duke.
Once you leave the Durham side of Tobacco Road, you'll soon enter Tar Heel Nation.
Go Heels!
Kirk Chandler works right in between both schools at his family business, University Lights.
Been here the whole time.
As a Tar Heel fan, he's also ready for Saturday's game.
I love it. You know, it's just one of the things where it's part of the tradition and it's part of the sport.
Duke fan or Carolina fan, they all have one thing in common: the love of their teams and one 11-mile road. In Chapel Hill, Jenna Kurzina, WFMY News 2.
And be sure to stick with WFMY all weekend for full coverage of the Final Four game. From practices and the X's and O's to the fun of playing in the Big Easy, our team will bring you live coverage starting Friday on air and online.